She remembered numbers better than names. For most of us, names stick, faces are familiar, but a random string of letters and numbers on a car. It's gone the second we look away, but not for her. For Sarah, the world was a flowing river of alphanumeric codes, and she was the one person who could read every single drop. It started innocently enough. As a child, waiting for the school bus, she'd pass the time by memorizing the license plates of the cars that drove by. ABC 123, XYC 7-8-9. It was a game, a simple mental exercise to keep her mind busy. Her parents thought it was a cute, quirky phase. They'd test her at the grocery store parking lot. Sarah, what was the plate on that blue sedan? And without missing a beat, she'd recite it perfectly. It was her little party trick. But as she got older, it wasn't a trick anymore. It became second nature, an automatic process she couldn't turn off. Walking down the street, her brain logged every plate. She'd see a car she recognized from a week ago, on the other side of town, and remember it instantly. It was like having a photographic memory, but only for this one, very specific thing. Her friends would be amazed. How do you do that? They'd ask. Sarah would just shrug. I don't know. I just see them and they stick. While her friends were memorizing song lyrics, Sarah was memorizing the daily commuters on the highway. That red sports car with the vanity plate Fast Boy always passed her at 7:45 a.m. The minivan with the dented bumper and the plate ending in 4PR was always in the school pickup line. She started noticing patterns, routines. It felt like she had a secret map of the city's movements, a hidden layer of information no one else could see. This strange ability, however, didn't seem to have much practical use. It was a fun fact about her, nothing more. She went to college, studied accounting, a field where her love for numbers served her well, and settled into a quiet, ordinary life. The license plate thing remained a personal quirk, a silent movie playing in the background of her mind, until one rainy Tuesday evening. Sarah was walking home from work, umbrella in hand, lost in thought about a spreadsheet. As she waited to cross the street, she heard the screech of tires and a loud bang. Her head snapped up. A dark green sedan had just run a red light, sideswiping a smaller car before speeding away. It all happened so fast. People were shouting. Someone was calling for help. The driver of the smaller car was shaken but seemed okay. But the other car was gone, vanished into the evening traffic. A police officer arrived and started taking statements. Did anyone get a look at the car? The driver. The license plate. He asked the small crowd that had gathered. Everyone shook their heads. It was too dark, too rainy. It happened too quickly. But then Sarah stepped forward, her heart pounding. She closed her eyes for a second, replaying the image in her mind. It was clear as day. It was a dark green sedan, she said, her voice steady. The license plate was LGN 5821. The officer looked at her, skeptical. Are you sure about that? Sarah nodded. Positive. He wrote it down, thanked her, and went about his work. Sarah went home. The adrenaline slowly fading. She figured that would be the end of it. But a few days later, she got a call. It was Detective Miller from the local police department. They had found the car. The license plate was an exact match. The owner had a history of reckless driving. Thanks to word, they had their guy. Detective Miller was impressed. We've been trying to pin something on this guy for months, he said. You have a real gift. You know that. For the first time, Sarah's strange talent didn't feel like a quirk. It felt useful, important. Detective Miller asked if she'd be willing to help them out occasionally, as a civilian consultant. If they had a case with a partial plate or a blurry traffic cam photo, could they run it by her? Sarah, surprised and a little thrilled, agreed. Her life changed. By day, she was Sarah the accountant, organizing numbers on a screen. But some nights, she was Sarah the secret weapon, organizing a different kind of number in her head. Detective Miller would send her grainy images of getaway cars from robberies, or partial plates scribbled down by frantic witnesses, and more often than not, Sarah could fill in the blanks. She'd see a blurry B and no, it was an 8, because of the way the light hit the curve. She'd see a partial plate. and instantly match it to a car she'd seen parked in a specific neighborhood a week prior. Her mental database was vast and cross-referenced in ways no computer could replicate. She remembered a specific dent on a fender, a bumper sticker, the way a car's taillight flickered. These little details, paired with the license plates, helped the police connect dots they never could have on their own. She helped track down a vehicle used in a series of home invasions, identified a car involved in an illegal street racing ring, and even helped locate a missing person after a witness remembered just 3 letters from their car's plate. But with this new purpose came new risks. Her involvement was kept quiet, but the criminal world is small. One of the criminals she helped put away, a particularly nasty character named Russo, found out about the woman with the memory. From prison, he put the word out. He wanted to know who she was. Sarah started to feel a creeping sense of unease. She'd see a car pass her house twice and wonder. She'd get a call with no one on the other end. Was it paranoia, or was she really in danger? Detective Miller assured her they were taking precautions, but Sarah knew her unique skill also made her uniquely vulnerable. She wasn't a cop with a weapon and training. She was just a woman with a good memory. The breaking point came when her apartment was broken into. Nothing major was stolen, just a few small items. But the place was tossed, searched. They were looking for something. Or someone. Shaken, Sarah called Detective Miller. He told her to pack a bag. They were moving her to a safe house. As she threw clothes into a suitcase, her eyes scanned the street outside her window. And then she saw it, a black SUV, parked down the block. A plate she'd never seen before. A new player in the game, but her mind did what it always does. It recorded the number. At the safe house, a small, anonymous apartment across town, Sarah felt like a prisoner. The one thing that had given her purpose was now the reason she was hiding. Detective Miller tried to reassure her. "We're closing in on Russo's outside network," he said. "We just need a little more time." But Sarah was tired of waiting. She had one piece of the puzzle that they didn't see. The license plate of the SUV from her street. She told Miller the number. Era in Italiano. The vehicle was registered to a shell corporation, a dead end. But Sarah's mind kept working. She hadn't just seen the plate. She'd seen the driver. Just a glimpse. A man in a baseball cap. But she also noticed a small detail on the car itself, a tiny air freshener hanging from the rearview mirror. One she recognized from a local car wash she used to pass on her old commute. It was a long shot, but it was all she had. She told Miller. He was hesitant to let her leave the safe house, but Sarah was insistent. "This is what I do," she said. "Let me do it." Undercover officers escorted her to the car wash. They sat in an unmarked car, watching. 4 hours. Nothing. Sarah felt a pit in her stomach. Had she been wrong? And then it pulled in. The black SUV. A man in a baseball cap got out. It was him. The police moved in swiftly and quietly, taking him into custody. The man was one of Russo's top lieutenants, and in his car, they found evidence linking their entire operation together, including plans that confirmed they were actively hunting for Sarah. With Russo's network dismantled, the threat was finally over. Sarah could go back to her life, but she couldn't go back to being just an accountant. She had seen what her gift could do, the good it could bring. She continued working with the police, but this time on her own terms. They set her up with a secure office, a direct line. She became an official consultant, a legend in the department, known only as the plate reader. She never saw her ability as a curse again. It was a part of her, a strange and wonderful wiring in her brain that allowed her to see the world in a way no one else could. She still remembered numbers better than names, but now, those numbers told stories. Stories of justice, of safety, of a city she helped protect. One license plate at a time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.